As we said, much of this season's focus will be on the top 2 ladies in the world who will most likely go head-to-head 3 times this year on their way to the Olympic Games, somewhere Michelle has always wanted to go.
I've been looking forward to this whole year since I was 5 years old. This is my time. Just let my heart take me to it. If you can reach it, it's there, it's yours. And I just hope I can feel that moment, that one day I can say I'm Olympic champion.
With the heart of a champion and the soul of an artist, and all of 17, Michelle Kwan has known good times and bad in her years on the ice. She was the first to hold the Champion Series trophy, and the same year, at only 15, she was the best in the world. She was the world champion. But last season, perfection turned to disaster and confidence to doubt. After a series of errors, one mistake at the Worlds was enough to dethrone her.
I sat in the dressing room and I was just like hysterical, like crying, and I was like, why did I have to mess up, you know? Why did I miss that combination, you know? I've done it so many times, so well in practice, but when time counted, I missed it. I'm usually a fighter and I go for everything, but I was just a big chicken, like I had something to lose. Like I was the world champion and, you know, nothing could beat me. It was my medal to be taken, you know. It wasn't my medal, you know. Everybody has a chance to get it.
That chance was just the opportunity Tara Lipinski was waiting for. Suddenly, when it had seemed that no one could challenge Michelle, she had a rival, like it or not. Between Tara on the outside and doubt within, Michelle had to fight through emotions that were new to her. For the first time, Michelle Kwan knew fear.
Last year I was going through a big phase because I was very confused. Like, you know, I don't usually skate this bad. You know, what's going on? And Frank didn't know what was going on because every time I'd go on the ice practice or something, he'd be like, Michelle, you with me? I was like totally gone. I was just like not into it.
The pressure did wear on Michelle, though she never let it show to her fans, the media, or even to herself.
You know, I talked to a lot of people, even on TV interviews and stuff, and I had everything organized, you know. I talked to them and they're like, oh yeah, you have a great perspective in skating, and then I never really believed in it, you know. I kind of said it, but I lied to myself.
Every teenage girl growing up faces some confusion, and every great skater faces moments where all the hours of struggle are questioned. But Michelle has found her answers.
Why are you doing this to yourself, you know? You're not loving the sport anymore. Why are you here? Why are you competing? I was just like, you know, I don't want to torture myself. This is not worth it. You know, if I'm gonna not skate anymore, it's better off like that. Or if I'm gonna continue, I better be happy and enjoy it. You have to stop and think, you know, I feel good about myself. I'm proud of myself. I was 96 world champion. You know, it's such a great accomplishment for anybody. And to have accomplished it in such a young age and stuff. And there's more to come, I hope, knock on wood.
Her passion refreshed, her heart refocused. Michelle proved it on the ice as well. Her victory at Skate America was Michelle's first step toward her dream, this season's Olympic journey.
I can't imagine, like, holding a gold medal and be like, look at that, you know. I can't imagine owning that, you know. I'd be like, I don't know what I would do with it. I'd put it around my neck for the rest of my life, never take it off.
Our next competitor represents the United States, Michelle Kwan.
Michelle Kwan came into this season with a totally new perspective. Last year, it was so hard for all of us to accept that she wasn't perfect. Imagine what it was like for her. Already this season, she has regained her confidence with a big win at Skate America.
Will set the stage for the short program. program. It is a triple Lutz double toe loop. Wonderful.
Very clean. She looks very solid on her feet. She really feels the music so well, making it more than a short program.
Nice double axel. She usually backs off that, sometimes tentative, not that time.
Nice arch on her layback. Very clean and concise. Nice, bold, circular footwork. Michelle really pays attention to all the details.
Triple toe loop.
Nice low sit position. Very strong. Very difficult doing a spiral on an inside edge, and then she changes over to the outside edge and continues to have wonderful, phenomenal speed. She makes it look so easy that you wouldn't expect it to be as difficult as it is.
The 1996 World and U.S. champ is back to form.
Well, Susie, last year in the series finals, we saw her skate. She backed off a little bit. We're not seeing that here. She is attacking, but she's doing it with the wonderful grace and beauty that we have grown to know with her skating. Fabulous.
And here you see her opening combination. Triple Lutz, double toe loop, solid.
Never having to think about it at all. It was just second nature. This is impressive because she didn't back off the double axel. An easy jump, but for her sometimes difficult. No problem there. And this is what I love so much, is how light she is on her feet. Perfectly balanced over the skating edges. Wonderful. And very lyrical.
We talked about Michelle keeping it all together this week without her coach here. That's Ed Cossett, the team leader with her, enjoying some very nice scores.
Not a bad way to start with a 5.9. Only down to 5.7. She has got to be thrilled with these marks.
And look at the presentation marks. Nothing lower than a 5.8. She has got to be happy.
There were two other ladies to take note of in the short program, starting with America's Nicole Boback.
Distractions last year for Nicole, they just seem to continue. Here, the triple Lutz down in the short program. Can't miss those required elements, but she got this one, a nice double axel. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough, and Nicole knew it.
Another lady, Maria Butriskaya, who came here to challenge Michelle Kwan. She brings an elegance and a strength to the sport. Beautiful triple loop jump. When she combines it all together, she can compete with the best. And a very clean double axel.
The new and improved Maria Butriskaya was good enough to move ahead of Surya Bonali after the short program. Both are chasing Michelle Kwan. Nicole Boback in sixth has her work cut out for her. And remember, the top three in the short, whoever wins the free skate, wins the event. Following our visit to Canada, news about the series leader, Michelle Kwan. Pain in her left foot that had bothered her for months was diagnosed as a stress fracture requiring a cast and rest. All prognoses so far are good for the Olympic season, but her future in the Champions Series is now in doubt.